Hello friends, hello. It's a lunchtime session with me. This is Magic with Melly. I am Melly, you are Magic, and thank you for being here with me. And so I just finished a bag of salt and vinegar chips, okay, and you know, a homegirl was craving salt and vinegar chips. But now that I'm reading the ingredients label, there's vegetable oil, canola, sunflower. And for those that are trying to work with inflammation, I just recently learned to avoid seed oils if you can. So most highly processed foods is gonna have oil that it's cooked in. The chips were one of them. Inflammation, you may resonate with acne that hurts, or just something swelling up. Maybe you have flare-ups, okay, and you could be triggering it by what you are eating. 117, as I was saying that, and speaking of 117, today was a weird one at Safeway. So my total was $29.80. Currently, because I'm a small business and not making enough income, I am on food stamps. I am the help. I am the needy, but I'd like to be a part of the help, okay? I am part of the needy and I need help, and so I have food stamps, okay? This could be your sign to sign up for food stamps, sign up for your healthcare coverage. If you aren't making enough money for things, there's resources out there for you. I'm not making enough money to pay for my own health insurance, and I don't make enough money to put food on the table if all of it's going to gas and all of it's going to staying alive. Okay, so food stamps. My food stamps balance is $12.63. Okay, mind you, my balance was my total was $29.80 after tax. My EBT was $12.63. After the subtraction of what I had on my food stamps, my total was $17.17. Okay, that stems from the 117. $17.17. Okay, you may be embarking onto a new chapter. If you resonate with that, send me a shout out on your comments, on my comments. I'd like to hear from you, okay? I'm drinking smart water, okay? Just because it's labeled smart water doesn't mean it is what it is. It's there could be advertising that is misleading. There was a fellow person in the community that was posting about misleading labeling, and so make sure that you are sourcing your water in nice ways, okay? But there is a lot to do with intention, okay? Because it says smart water in it, the water could be receiving the benefits of that word, okay? But just if it was placed on here with the intent of lying to consumers, though, the water may not have the best energy for you to be consuming. Just a fair warning there, okay? So today I'm drinking smart water. I still have faith in the smart water. I still need to kind of look further into the water studies with bottled waters. I mean, this was given to me. I typically travel around with a reusable container for water and filling it up whenever I can. But it is what it is. Sometimes it is not exactly like it's like seeing is believing. It's more like believing is seeing. So honestly, just kind of tune into the energy of something. I lost the cap, friends. And it's giving someone's losing it when it comes to communication with you. Maybe they don't know the right words to say. Maybe when they do talk to you, they're stumbling over their words. Did you see what I did with my cap? Honestly, this is really silly, but I'm gonna put my water down. Okay. Cap off. It's giving like no cap. They either like, they are wanting to stop holding back is what I'm getting from somebody in the collective. Today I'm eating the Crunchy Dragon sushi roll from Safeway. Now I don't know if your Safeway has these. It might depend on who makes the sushis, but this looks delicious, and I'm going to have some. I have another roll and a pure leaf unsweetened tea for my friends who like to know what I'm eating. Okay, crunchy. Just getting like someone wants to take a bite into you and maybe test your limits. Okay, see, someone's seeing their limits here. What's okay, what's not okay. Overall, it's like a twisted way of getting to know you, right? Like they don't only want to know your bests and treat you when it's convenient. They want to know your best and your worst and how to handle you at your worst, to do and what not to do. Someone's finding out how toxic someone really was just by a side-by-side comparison of someone who's good for you. Be like, wow, I was attracted to that at some point. Someone that I connected with recently was informing me about the mean sexual, being sexually attracted to someone who's just mean. And I'm getting your body is telling you something by the way it responds, right? If after you eat something, you break out in acne, maybe you shouldn't be eating that. Maybe you are sensitive, more sensitive to a sensitive ingredient than you are aware of. Okay, you may be having high fructose corn syrup, seed oils, sugars. Certain things are on your radar of just things that you want to remove. Some of us are removing dairy. Some of us are removing maybe it's by choice or not by choice. Some of us are just gluten intolerant. Maybe you have the celiac disease. I almost said, this would have been embarrassing, but I almost said cellulite. Celiac disease. Okay, you may be working on your cellulite, and that's what's making you want to eat differently, right? I don't know. Maybe you need more moisturizer on your bottoms. Maybe someone wants to rub moisturizer and oil on your bottom. Okay, massage. Okay, happy ending. That could be something that you do for a living. No judgment whether or not there's happy endings. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, someone wants to rub your bottom. Someone wants to rub you the right way. Genie in a bottle. Someone doesn't mind letting other people go first. Because then, if they just stay and observe, they're watching someone else fuck up and then learning not to do those things when it's their turn. Someone's been patiently waiting for you for a long time, is what I'm hearing. Possibly since college years or since you were toddlers at the park. Possibly, you know, it's just this like someone's been holding back, or someone doesn't want to hold back anymore. You know kind of where you're at. Someone's manifesting the love of their life, and it'll come in no sooner, no later than when you are ready to receive them. And the lessons that they will bring on when they enter your life, okay? If you don't love yourself, the love of your life may teach you how to love yourself more. And that journey in the beginning is not, and I'm saying it's not for the weak, it's not easy, okay? The twin flame journey, I mean, you really may be mirroring them, and or facing the qualities in which you do not have. And rather than tapping into envy, like, I wish I had that, or why do they have that and I don't, maybe learning from them, letting them lead by example, letting yourself lead by example. Okay, so maybe someone who, like, you may be asking for specific qualities, you maybe need help, okay? And for example, my best example is like maybe someone being more introverted versus extroverted, shy versus outgoing. Okay, and so if you're on the shy part of the spectrum, you might really attract in someone who's outgoing, and you may clash until you find a perfect medium. You will need to learn from each other. You know, someone who's really outgoing, maybe they need to shut the fuck up for some time every now and again. You know, and it's just learning from each other, helping each other out. Making sure everyone is fed. Why are we being stingy on our resources and being so selfish? Okay. So what if you have to worry about tomorrow's bill or the bill next week? You have a human being or an animal, you know, you have a living creature right in front of you who needs to eat, right? Hanging on too tightly to your resources will attract that energy in from the universe, okay? Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't here yet. Worry about today. I mean, it is beneficial to be forward thinking and, you know, protect yourself, but make sure that you're still being morally humane, correct? So, you know, you're in a group setting and there's maybe one person who can't afford to eat. What do you have to offer in that moment? Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next week or 3 months from now that you're saving for an apartment. It's like, pay attention to what's right in front of you. Someone needs to eat. So if you can, okay, let go of the future. Be here right now. What can you do for this person who's right in front of you? You may see your whole world change by not worrying about something that isn't even here yet. Of course, maybe not all my examples apply to everything, okay? But like, take what you need. Leave the rest for someone else, okay? Because of course that isn't going to apply to, like, if you want to have a retirement fund or like savings. Like, you still need to take into account that you have a future that you want to walk into comfortably. But then it's also make sure the people around you are comfortable. Wouldn't it be uncomfortable to be the only one not eating in a group setting? Unless, of course, they, you know, already took care of themselves before hanging out. You know, just make sure that everyone around you is taken care of. If you have involvement in someone's discomfort, the universe will make sure that you're uncomfortable. That's just Cheers to that. Okay. It's like this like moral of the story, treat others how you want to be treated. So if you don't want the universe to treat you uncomfortably, make sure everyone around you is comfortable. To the best of your ability, of course. Do not overgive in a way where now then you're depleted. Your finances, your root chakra, could be showing you some things, okay? Notice how when you give to the wrong people, your balance might go negative. You might lose money on something. You could be a gambler, but I mean, you could have unexpected bills come up that take more from you than you expect, than you want to. It just came up, you know, and it's like, take careful attention and notice who did you help out recently. Are they an energy vampire to where your involvement with them takes from you? Of course, there's a universal balance to the world. So if you're abundant, then you may be matched with someone who needs your abundance. But then notice if you're switching positions, where now then other people are abundant and then you need the help. I'm also hearing switching from student to teacher, teacher to student. That role dynamic switch is very important because teachers must forever be students. In order to be a great teacher, you must understand what it's like to be from a student's role. Okay, it's giving compassion. Okay, I have one more. It's the crunchy shrimp tempura. Today's a good day. I teach community yoga. Or, well, yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. And it was my first official class with this yoga studio. Delicious. Still don't know where this lid went. Study the power of water. A Japanese scientist was taking photo images of frozen water crystals. And there was a difference when you tell the water, I love you, or you're beautiful, versus telling the water, you're ugly, you suck. Positive affirmations created very beautifully captured water crystals. Negative affirmations, the crystals were distorted. They weren't complete. Okay, and so be careful of the words you tell yourself. it's common because maybe you grew up around someone who was self-defeating. You know, like if you did something stupid for a moment, you made a mistake, and you're just like, I'm so stupid. And it's like the way you talk to yourself affects you on a deeper level than you may think, okay? On a water molecule depth. Water molecules, just on a cellular level, it affects you, okay? So tell yourself good things. Maybe some of us don't talk to ourselves at all, okay? And you wonder why your life's not that exciting. And it's probably because you don't have a relationship with yourself. Of course, all of these things are suggestions. It's a channeled message. I'm just a random empathic, witchy, metaphysical, spiritual reader, just putting up suggestions. You take them as you please. Okay? Not everything is for you, and that's okay. Uh-oh. It will be okay. Some of you are trying to wear white more often. It's a lot cleaner. Let's say that. Because if there was a stain or some dirt on it, you would know. Versus black or other colors. It's just giving clean, okay? Someone's entering their clean aesthetic era. I was also getting messages about, like, you know, clean at Sephora, like clean products tend to have high markings on their prices. And it's like, why are we being penalized for not wanting to be poisoned by our governing structures? Like, why do we have to pay more for that? We don't want XYZ in our products, so therefore we have to pay more. It's a scam, but also worth the investment, because some of the poisons, the chemicals, the toxins that are in some of our products, in our food, it's because we're mass producing. Okay. This could be your sign to start shopping local, going to farmers markets, buying things from people that you can actually interact with and, you know, have a conversation of, hey, what's in this product? How do you make it? And isn't it a blessing to know, like, if something's made from love, you can hear directly from the artist or the creator who made it? So, I mean, to each their own. Not everyone has enjoyment in such minute, small things. Or it could be a big thing. Okay, everything's not a big deal. Everything's not just whatever either. You know, it's up to you to find as much meaning in things as you want. If it affects you, it affects you. If it affects you more than expected by someone else, you know, maybe they don't understand that how and why it affects you so deeply. Maybe have a conversation about where that's coming from. You know, maybe it isn't normal that you're reacting as much as you are, but for you it is normal because there's just been so much of a certain experience that you're like, God damn it, it's happening again, you know? And you're just like maybe taking out past frustrations on one person who's reminding you of a time and place that you've been before. But just someone, maybe there's levels to this shit, okay? This can apply in multiple areas, but it could just be, you know, a connection with an intimate person. It could be a connection with a friend. Last but not least, this is just for snack time. I'm probably not going to eat them now because I had a whole bag of chips and 2 rolls of sushi. So I'm like actually not looking forward to these right now. I'm going to look forward to these later. I'm going to pack them in I have a little lunch bag. There's only waters in here. And this was like because I wanted to, just in case, pass out of water for hiking. So we went hiking. But for those that are curious about what's in here, I have vanilla wafers. They're in a Ziploc because the crumbs from these, not my favorite. They're not my friend, okay? And I have more Lay's chips. I passed out some Lay's chips during our hike a few weeks ago, so I still have that left over from being in here. And I have salt crackers, saltine. Did I say salt? Saltine crackers. I'm not sure if that just means that they're salted at all, but I have saltine crackers, water bottles, and cashews in here too. Yeah, I'm working on getting reusable containers. They're in the mail coming to me. And I know mail has we want to be wary of how much packaging we're using. If you can use reusable containers and items, then go for that. You know, of course, some of these are not by choice. This was I found my water cap. Anyway, lid back on. I think that's my sign to start wrapping up this reading, but altogether, I'm gonna put this in my little lunch bag that is Gudetama. Look, Gudetama. Look at the cowboy hat egg. Oh my goodness. So cute. I could not resist when I saw this. And especially when I saw the egg tart as Gudetama too. That was my selling point with this. So I've been carrying snacks and my lunch around in this when I go to work or just have some sort of hike planned. And yeah, these are gonna go in there. Your name could be David. Your name could start with a G. Okay, blue, orange, green, those colors could be your heart chakra, throat chakra, and your sacral. You're working on those energies. Maybe you're noticing your creativity or your sexual libido has increased. You may notice that you're wanting to operate from the heart space more and less from a logical space. You may be noticing that you're speaking up for yourself when you feel some type of way. Okay, and you may feel scared of speaking up for yourself, but you're learning that when you don't speak up for yourself, that you don't get your wants and needs met. You realize that maybe you're abandoning yourself a little bit, and this kind of circles back a little bit to that relationship with yourself. Make sure that you have a great relationship with yourself, and then that directly and indirectly affects your connections with others. You know, your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others will improve the more you love and care for yourself. That you'll know what someone's you'll sort of be able to understand when someone's meeting you where you're at, or maybe underserving. Okay, if you have standards that are down here, you'll take anything because everyone's all over the place up here. Okay, if you have a very low standard for yourself, you don't have very much self-worth, you're like, you'll be able to take anything, because anything's better than what you do for yourself. But as you love yourself, you'll be able to see exactly where someone's at. Wow, someone's giving me the bare minimum. Wow, they don't really see much value in me. Wow, they don't really care about me. You know, and then they may be like, oh, this one's kind of like a mediocre friend. They got some things going on. Like, they're probably still figuring themselves out. You know, like, as you grow your self-love, you're going to realize where people are in life. You're going to notice where people are with themselves. You're going to notice where people are with you. Okay, so set your standards higher. Okay, and upgrade every single time things don't work out. Things are maybe not working out because you outgrew. You know, you learned as much as you can. You outgrew the situation. You just maxed out at that chapter. You know, you need to upgrade. Okay, and I'm gonna wrap up here. Thank you for joining Magic with Melly, and I'll see you next time. Bye.